Good evening, good evening, good evening. Hey. Welcome to the Vitamin M Prep Show. You in the prep show. Hey, you in the prep show. Hey. You in the prep show. Hey. You in the prep. You in the prep. Hey, you in the prep. You in the prep. You in the prep. Yay! It is time to get ready for your weekly recommended dose of vitamin M. It is always an enriching and enlightening experience, and it is a time that we get to spend together because what do we say? Together is better. Together is better. So let's get you prepared so that you may get the most out of tonight, because every night is an experience. Each and every Sunday night is a different experience, but an experience it is. So you already know that you need to have three things ready to go when you get ready to sit down to get your vitamin M. Number one, you're gonna need to have a notepad or a journal or your note-taking device of choice. You need number two, a writing utensil, unless you are using a device and you are typing. And then most of all, and most importantly, you need an open heart, an open mind, and an open spirit so that you are able to receive and you are ready for what we are about to encounter. Welcome to the Vitamin M Show. This is your Vitamin M. This is your motivation for the week. Get your vitamins. I see you getting your vitamins. Hey, I see you getting your vitamins. Hey, I see you getting your vitamins. Hey, get your vitamins. Get your vitamins. Get your vitamins. Yay! Good evening. I could not be more excited to have you to join me on this Sunday night. Listen, I want to start off this Sunday night by saying that I love you, and there is nothing that you can do about it. I may not be able to call your name personally, but know that our spirits are connecting and that you have somebody on your side. You have somebody looking out for you. You have somebody that is rooting for you in your corner. So I love you. Welcome to the Vitamin M Show. It is an honor and a privilege that you chose this channel, that you chose to join the Vitamin M crowd. You chose to be with us on tonight because it is a choice and you get to make a decision. But you made the decision to be here because you want to change. You want something different. You're looking for something new. And this is the place to get it, because this is your source of motivation and inspiration. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for entrusting me to guide you on your journey. Listen, Vitamin M is highly recommended every Sunday night at 6:30. You get your Vitamin M so that you start your week off on the right path. Listen, I am here to share with you and to engage with you each and every step of the way. Hey, let's go. Hey, let's go. Hey, let's go. Hey, yes, what are we here to do? We have three objectives every single solitary Sunday night. And what are we here to do? We are here collectively together to do what? To break down walls, to produce positive thinking, and to exhibit resilience amid any situation. I'm going to say those again on tonight. To break down walls, to produce positive thinking, and to exhibit resilience amid any situation. Where are you in your three goals? Where are you in our three goals? Stop and ponder the question. Where am I? Where am I in my three goals? Where am I when it comes to breaking down the walls, to produce positive thinking, and to exhibit resilience amid any situation. What do I need to work on? Where do I need to improve? How was my week? Did I excel at one more than the other? Write that down. Take notes in your journal and keep track of it. Am I producing the positive thinking that I want in my life when situations arise? Am I breaking down those walls? Am I being honest with myself and where I am? And when situations do arise, am I exhibiting resilience amid any situation? So on tonight, we're going to tap heavily into number 3. Exhibit resilience amid any situation. You need to be able to, when situations arise, when things show up, when the things come in your life, you need to be able to show up and show out. You need to be able to get up and keep going. Get up and keep going. Keep fighting. Keep putting in the work. Keep doing the work. You have to stay quiet and do the work. You have to stay quiet and do the work. You have to stay quiet and do the work. And do the work. And do the work. Are you putting in the work? Are you putting in the time? Are you committed? Are you showing the grit? Are you showing compassion to yourself? Because we have already established that we are not a group of giver-uppers. We are not a group of quitters. We are a group of, I've got to keep going. I have to exhibit resilience amid any situation. No matter what happens in my life, I have to exhibit that resilience because giving up is no longer a choice. Quitting is not on the table. The only choice I have is to keep going, is to get my vitamin M. And how do I make it to that next level? Well, what I'm telling you is that when we have to exhibit resilience amid any situation, when we have to do that, tonight we are going to talk about what shows up when you have to exhibit that resilience. What causes you to have to exhibit the resilience in your life amid any situation? And it is one single solitary word that shows up big in our lives, in all of our lives. It shows up huge: adversity. Adversity, adversity, adversity. We all face adversity in our lives. I'm going to say that again. We all face adversity. We all face adversity. Let's establish that there isn't anyone out here that does not face adversity. There is no way to work around it or to avoid it. Adversity is going to show up. That's why you have to learn to exhibit resilience amid any situation, because no matter the situation, no matter where you are, adversity is going to come knocking at your door. If you are alive, then you're going to face adversity. The only time you're not facing adversity is when you are no longer with us. It's when the dirt is on top of you. You are no longer facing adversity. Adversity comes with the territory of life. It comes with the journey. It comes with living. It comes with just being in existence. If you exist, if you are alive, adversity is going to come. You just need to know that adversity is going to come, that adversity will come. And when it shows up, what am I going to do about it when it shows up? Because I know that it's coming. I'm not guessing that it's going to come. Oh, it's coming. I just need to be aware and be prepared. I need to be aware and be prepared. Just keep living. I promise you that adversity is coming. If you have not experienced adversity in your life, just keep living. That's all I'm gonna say. It's just keep living. It's just keep being in existence. Keep wanting something. Keep having goals. Keep having dreams. Keep dreaming. Keep dreaming. Keep dreaming. Keep existing. Keep wanting something. Keep wanting more than the status quo. If I want more than the next person, if I'm saying I can do better than that, if it's me against me, and I can do better than that, then there is adversity, because adversity to me is just simply friction. It's just simply friction. It's friction. It's rubbing. It's something that's rubbing together that's going to produce a positive result. It may seem not so great in the moment. It may seem bad. It may look like in the moment that I am unable to overcome this, but I am. Because I'm learning to exhibit resilience amid any situation. The first key to adversity, if I've already said it, is be aware that it will come. Be aware. This is your warning that adversity is coming. And when adversity comes, my second step is to be prepared. I am ready, even if the only thing I'm equipped with is a positive attitude and the knowledge that adversity is going to show up. I don't have to have it all worked out. I just need to know that adversity is coming. Because I want something, because I want to do something, because I want greater for myself and for my children and for my children's children and for the generations that come after me. Adversity is going to come because I want greater, because I won't settle. If you settle for where you are, then adversity is already won. But if you want to succeed, if you want something greater, adversity comes along with the territory. You just have to be aware and be prepared. And don't say, oh my gosh, it caught me off guard. No, ma'am, and no, sir. Because I'm telling you right now, this is your warning that adversity is coming. Be aware and be prepared. Sometimes I am surprised that it didn't go the way that I had planned or expected it. But when the unexpected comes, I have a plan. Be prepared. The plan may just be, I knew that it was coming. I was prepared for it. And now I'm going to sit down and process through, what am I going to do? Because I need a plan. I need to know, what do I do next? And sometimes my next is on, don't give up, girl. Get on your knees and pray. Sit and talk to somebody that's been in a similar situation so that you can develop a plan to get over this. I'm not going to give any of us an excuse for when the unexpected happens, because I am prepared. If I am only prepared with my mindset, because we know that mindset is the key to life. Mind your mindset, because mindset matters. Mindset matters. My mindset regarding the situation matters. When adversity shows up, my mindset about the situation is important, because adversity is coming. Adversity is coming. Adversity is coming. Listen, I welcome adversity, because adversity is there to make me stronger. Adversity came to make me stronger. It's there to build me up, to show me just how strong I am, just how much resilience I have. I didn't know that it was in me until adversity showed up. I didn't realize who I was or what I was made of until adversity brought its fight to my door. And I said, welcome, adversity. I've been awaiting your arrival. Adversity will come after these messages.
Marshall Sterling is available for your next event. Known for her energetic speaking style and down-to-earth teaching, Marshall has made a positive impact on her audience at every engagement. Whether it is a keynote address, conference, workshop, breakout session, or staff meeting, Marshall brings the same fire and excitement to every session. To bring the Sterling experience to your next event, scan the QR code on the screen or go to www.marshallsterling.com.
Adversity will come. Adversity will come. This is your warning. Listen, adversity will come. When adversity brings its fight to my door, I say, welcome. I've been awaiting your arrival. I knew you was coming. I just could not pinpoint when. I could not pinpoint how, but I knew adversity, you were going to show up. I knew you were coming. I smelled you from a mile away. So I was prepared. I was ready. If nothing else but my mindset, if nothing else but my mindset and my attitude and my knowledge that adversity is coming. Because when adversity shows up, adversity takes me out of my comfort zone, which is a good thing, because when I get out of my comfort zone, I do the things that I really want to do. I do those things that make me scared, and I do it afraid. I do it afraid. I do it afraid. See, adversity will cause me to do things afraid. I want to ask you a question on tonight. What is adversity saying to you? What is adversity saying to you? What is it? What is adversity saying to you? See, adversity should be telling us to fight. Don't just lay down and take it. Don't just sit there. But adversity, when it comes once again, it should tell you to get up and fight, to put your best foot forward. I'm not letting adversity define me. I am defining adversity. Adversity in the Webster Dictionary is defined as difficulties or misfortune. Difficulties or misfortune. That adversity is when life is hard. Hard knocks, the road of hard knocks. It's a hardship. It is a state of misfortune or affliction. When something in life is hard knocks, hardship, a state of misfortune or affliction. Listen, what does it say? Many of the afflictions of the righteous, many are the afflictions of the righteous, but you will be delivered out of them all. You're going to make it. You just have to declare that many are my afflictions. I know that I'm going to have afflictions. I know that I'm going to have adversity, but I'm not just going to sit down, that I'm going to be delivered out of them all, because I got a secret weapon. I got a secret weapon. I got somebody backing me. I have a higher power. I have God that is doing his thing behind the scenes and working this thing out for my good. Because you will face adversity, afflictions will come, but how will you overcome them? Because you will overcome them. You will be an overcomer, because you have to be aware and you have to be prepared. Adversity gives you something to talk about. Adversity gives you something to talk about. Adversity adds flavor to your conversation. See, adversity adds that little sweetener to your water. Whatever you want to sweeten your water, or you change the color. It's like the food coloring, and it changes the color of the water. Conversation changes it's the flavor in your conversation. It's the sweetener. It adds that little, like they say, the Midas touch. It adds the touch. It adds that little something, because it gives you something to talk about. Because you can talk about being an overcomer. You can talk about the steps that you took. You can talk about the great things that happened in your life. I'm not saying that. I want to talk about all the things that went right. But I want to be real and authentic. I want people to see the real, authentic me. And I want to relate to people. And when I relate to people, I have to talk about that adversity. Even the adversity that lives within. Even the adversity that battle within myself, that battle with imposter syndrome, that battle that we experience when it says that I'm not good enough. What about that adversity? See, that adversity adds flavor to the conversation because I'm able to talk to people about the real me. I'm able to talk to people about that it did not all go right. I know my life looks great. I know that it looks perfect. And I know you think, oh, I want to do that. And it's easy. And she records videos and she's a principal and the person is this and the person is that. And they're on the big TV screen and all the fame and the famous people and they get to live this life and they get to travel here. But you don't see the behind the scenes. You don't see the hard work, the dedication, the commitment, the coaching, the coaching. I'm telling you to get you a good coach. And if you need a coach, call me. Email, call. You can find me all over social media because you need a good coach and a good mentor to talk to because we can get down on ourselves with the inner adversity. That adversity deep down in the inside that tells me that I shouldn't do it, that tells me that I should give up, that I should quit, that it's never going to work out, that I'm not going to get to where I want to be. But you have to be aware and you have to be prepared. You have to have, when we talk about positive affirmations, you have to have your positive affirmations on hand and ready to go because adversity will come. Adversity will come. Adversity will come. What do you do when adversity shows up? See, adversity allows you to share your experiences with others. You learn how others overcome similar situations and they learn how you overcame situations. See, there's an exchange of information, there's an exchange of strategies and of comeback. I don't know, I don't know about you, but I like to exchange with other people. I like the knowledge. I like to gain that knowledge. I like to talk to overcomers. I like to know that somebody is experiencing the same thing. And it's not that I want to say we all get in here and be sad. It's just knowing that I'm not in this thing alone, that there are others around me that are also fighting and they're overcoming and that they're also fighting and that they're getting over those hurdles and that they're getting through those walls because we all face adversity. The grass is not greener on the other side. As my grandmother was saying, my mama would say, do you guys know what cuckabugs are? They would tell them the little sticky bug thing. It's cuckabugs in their yard. It's mess over there. Let me tell you, it's messy and it stinks. Their situation is no better than yours. If you were to hear their adversity, you might keep your own. You might decide that, you know what? I'm just going to carry my own baggage because I don't know if I can lift their load. Their load is too heavy for me. I don't want to carry that burden. I choose to carry my own burden because I thought their burden was lighter, but it wasn't lighter. It was just as and greater than mine. And when we hear other people's adversity, you know what it does for me? It makes my adversity look real. I'm like, okay, well, well, dang, okay, well, I didn't do that, and that didn't happen to me, and this didn't happen to me. And so I'm like, okay, well, I have something to be grateful for. And I turn the tides and start praying and thinking of strategies for the other person. It stops the comparison. You have to stop comparing yourself to other people because the grass is not greener. They too are fighting. They too are fighting. We're all fighting a battle. We're just fighting our own individual battles that was designed for me. Overcoming adversity is a sign of growth and resilience. You learn because what would have knocked me out doesn't anymore. It's growth. And now that I have the ability to fight back and keep going, that is resilience. So overcoming adversity is a sign of my growth and my resilience. It shows me just how strong I am, that I'm growing and I'm getting stronger in my journey each and every day, because what used to knock me down no longer knocks me out. I'm able to step over it and keep going. I'm able to be a role model for somebody else in a similar situation that I've had the pleasure of overcoming, that I've had the pleasure of getting through that adversity, and I'm able to share it with somebody else. No, overcoming adversity is not easy, but it is worth it, because I cannot get where I want to go and where I know I should be unless I get through the adversity. We're out because I'm always ready to share and to tell my story of adversity, because I want others to grow. I want others to grow through my adversity, through my story, through the way that I want others to overcome it. So I have 5 tips. 5 tips for fighting and overcoming adversity. And I really want you to write these 5 tips down. So if you're right, I want you to write these 5 tips down. So one, we're going to put them all up, and then I'm going to break them down and I'm going to explain them. One, acknowledge, be aware. Acknowledge, acknowledge, acknowledge. Number 2, write. Write it down. Number 3, practice mindfulness. Number 4, no excuses. Number 5, make a commitment. And I'm going to give you a bonus one. Number 6, be prepared. We're going to flash those up for you. Acknowledge, write, practice mindfulness, no excuses, make a commitment, and your bonus is be prepared. So when I say acknowledge, be aware, say it 3 times with me. Adversity will come. Adversity will come. Adversity will come. Whatever the situation that arises, recognize the fact that you are in the middle of it. Don't run from the work, feel the work. Acknowledge that adversity is there and it's knocked on your door. Just recognize it. Be aware adversity is here. Adversity is here. Then write it down. It is a good practice to write down your thoughts and your feelings about, how do I feel about this? What am I facing? Because it frees up your soul. It frees up your spirit. It gives you time so that you can think straight. Because sometimes when we write things down, then things begin to be transparent. And sometimes things sound silly and it's not as bad as I thought it was, because when I write it down and I write out my thoughts, I'm like, oh, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Like, I need to write it down so it puts things into perspective. It helps me to see the situation better. It gives me clarity. It gives me clarity. I can see clear now once I write it down. So number 1, I'm going to acknowledge. Number 2, I'm going to write. Number 3, I'm going to practice mindfulness. See, you have to stay in the moment and view the situation for what it truly is. That's why you want to go back to number 2 and write it down. Because once you write it down, you're going to practice mindfulness and you're going to stay in the moment. You're going to stay in the moment. This is what the situation is. I'm not adding to it and I'm not taking away from it, but I'm practicing mindfulness. I'm going to be in the moment. This is where I am. This is where I have found myself. And I'm okay with where I am right now. Now, I'm not going to stay here, but I'm going to be mindful and I'm going to wrap that in positive affirmations and I'm going to speak over that situation, because it gives me a chance to be vulnerable. It gives me a chance to be open with myself and be honest with where I am and who I am. And then no excuses. It is what it is. Exactly what I said. It means that no excuses. Do not make excuses for where you are. Acknowledge it and be aware. Acknowledge it and be aware. Write it down. Write it down. Write it down and be prepared. Practice mindfulness and no excuses. I'm not giving myself an out. I'm going to face the situation, and it is what it is. I'm going to figure out a way out, but I'm not going to excuse myself for where I am. And when I figure out the plan and I make my plan, I'm going to make a commitment. I'm going to commit to the plan. I'm going to commit to growing. I'm going to commit to getting better. I'm going to commit to growing through this situation, growing out of it, but I'm not going to give up. And then the bonus is I'm going to always be prepared. I'm going to be prepared for whatever life shows at my door. I'm going to be prepared. So your 5 tips for fighting adversity is acknowledge, write it down, practice mindfulness, no excuses, make a commitment, and your bonus is be prepared. Adversity will come. What are you going to do about it? This has been your Vitamin M, and we will see you on next week.
Join us next week to get your weekly dose of Vitamin M. Please visit our website at www.marshallsterling.com.